Hello everyone, this is going to be a video on how to start any embroidery project. So first I want to talk about the different hoops that you can have at home. So this one should be about 8 inches. This one should be about 6 inches. This one should be about 5 inches. And this one should be about 4 inches. This one is the embroidery project we had for July as a pencil patch that I also just have not finished, but we'll use it later. Okay. So what you're going to need is a pair of scissors, some needle threaders, some thread, and then an actual needle. Okay, so go with our checklist. How to start. Pattern on fabric. So all the patterns that I have, I normally find online, but this one is one that I made, and I'll hopefully find a way to link it down below. Okay, so pattern on fabric, and this is the fabric we're going to be using. This is the only one that I have, and it has something else on the back, so it's not going to matter too much. Okay, so lay it flat. And so when I have a pattern like this is printed on water soluble paper. So when you're done with something like this, all you have to do is put it under water, and then all of this paper is gonna disappear. And I'm fine. So first, pattern on fabric. So this is something some people have a little bit more of an issue with, but you're gonna peel it up like a sticker. And place it where you wish it to be. Okay. There you go. Lay it flat. And then you're going to need to find a hoop that is going to fit well on it. This one's a little small, but it'll be fine. Okay. So the way I normally do it is that when it has this bigger bulbous end, I don't know, the one that doesn't have the nut on the side, okay? So when you have this on your right side, you're going to twist it towards you, and that's going to make it bigger and open it up. Okay? So it's going to be part 2, fabric and hoop. So make sure you put the smaller one of the hoops underneath this, okay? And then you put this right on top. Okay, like that. There you go. And figure out where you want to place it. I think I want to put it a little bit bigger. Okay. I'm gonna find this. Okay. And then you pick it up and then twist it away from you. It's gonna make it tighter. Okay. Now, the other great thing about this specific paper that's sticky, water soluble, is that it also works as a stabilizer, so it also kind of makes it thicker. So once you have this, sometimes you can tell, but this isn't as tight as I wish it to be. So what you're going to do is actually just pull on the sides until you get to be as tight as you want it. Make sure that there's not any wrinkles on it as much as you like. Okay, there we go. And then tighten it up a little bit more. Okay, now it should be done by now, but you also want to make it, you'll know when it's done when it kind of feels like a drum or sounds like it, but mostly when it feels like it. So this is done. Okay, now let's go into our third step, thread the needle. So these are some of the needle threaders that I have. Okay, this one's a little easier for people to use. This one is hooked, so this is gonna be your needle, and this is gonna be our thread. So if you haven't seen it before, each one of these skeins is made up of 6 strands. Okay, I don't know if you can see that as well. 6 strands. So you're gonna cut as much as you need. I normally cut about an arm length, maybe a forearm. Okay, Then you need to cut it with your scissors, okay? Always cut it, okay? So, depending on the project, you're gonna split the 6 strands into 2 groups of 3 or 3 groups of 2. I'm gonna do it as 2 groups of 3. Okay, you can have this. And then I normally just pull it apart like this, and you'll get to a point where it kind of looks like this. Do not worry. You're gonna place it down, walk forward a little bit more, sorry, and then you're gonna pull down the middle like this. You're gonna pull it down, and keep pulling like that, and do it again. Okay. Pull it down, and then there you go. So now you have 2 of the same size, of the same color, just in the same size. So what you're gonna do here is I wrap it around my fingers, and then I put it to the side. I'll use it later. Okay, now you have this. 2 ways to do it. So if you're gonna use one of these nail threaders, you're gonna put it through the eye of the needle first. There, like that. Now you have this. You're gonna put your string through the nail threader. Okay, and then you pull it through, and then you might feel like you're gonna break it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I kind of lost the video, but we're gonna go back again. So you're gonna put it through your needle and pull this through, and then I'm gonna slide it off. And even though you think or you feel like you might break it, that's fine. It'd be like that. Okay, and then you have this. This one works the same way. If you can tell, this one has a little hook on the side. You're gonna put it also into that needle, hook the string on, and then pull it through. This one is a little more reliable in terms of it not breaking as often. This blue one does normally break, but that's fine because normally I order a ton more when we're doing the classes at the library, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay, so let's go back to our checklist. We have threaded our needle. Okay, and then all we're going to do left is tie a knot. So you're going to grab the other end of your string and tie a knot as close as you can to the end. And I normally do 2. So here's the first one. Your second one, you want to make sure that the initial knot that you tied is in the circle that you have, and then just slowly push it there so you can manipulate it to have the 2 knots right on top of each other like that. Okay? You want to make sure that it's only tied on one side, and the needle on the other side has about maybe 3 inches away from the end of your string. And then you can start. So you're going to grab your project here, and then always remember that you're going to put your needle through the back of your project like so. Okay, so you can have the knot on the back side of your project. Okay, so that's how you start any embroidery projects, and then we can start on how to do a running stitch. Okay, bye.